Hi everyone, I'm Adam and this is Horror Down Under, where I take a look at Australian horror films, and today's film is The Long Weekend, starring John Hargreaves. So The Long Weekend tells the story of a married couple whose relationship is on the rocks. They're basically on the verge of divorce, so they take a camping trip to a secluded beach to try to renew, well, the spark, I guess you could say. The couple are still at each other's throats. But after a while, when they get there and see the beach, things start to get a little better, or a little better temporarily. There's one thing Peter, played by John Hargreaves, does. It's give a complete disregard to the environment around him. Littering, throwing lit cigarette butts, and doing much worse things, like running over a kangaroo, which was an accident, but still, it gets worse. And the premise here, what would happen if basically nature fought back, especially the way people treat the environment. And there is an environmental message here, but it's not heavy-handed, that's the thing. And I think this is an excellent premise though. I will say this though, it is quite slow in some parts, there is quite a build-up, and one of the other cons is they're not the most likeable characters. But you do understand why, they do explain why they're at each other's throats, and it's quite a serious subject, which is, I'll be honest, is handled pretty well. But there is some interesting animal attack scenes. But no real explanation is given for why the animals attack. It's basically they just had enough, I guess. Because the couple were being a-holes. And I will say one thing, it did have a very unexpected ending. If you've seen the movie, you know what I mean. I did not see that coming. I mean, maybe other people did. But it's quite a surprising ending. And another thing I found interesting when I was just looking up for some information, full disclosure, I'm reading from the IMDb trivia page. So, and this is what I found the most interesting. Despite winning numerous awards and being a success overseas, the film was a flop both critically and commercially in its home country of Australia. So I just found that fascinating and interesting. I will say this, it's not really that much gore, there's just a little bit, but this is more about atmosphere and tension than anything else. And it does work. The acting in this is quite decent. John Hargreaves was a well-known Australian actor who sadly died at the age of 50. And Bryony Betts, I think that's how you pronounce her name, does pretty well too. There was also a 2008 remake, which, yeah, okay, I'm just looking at Rotten Tomatoes here, and I'll just show you the percent. So that can't be good. It's also known as Nature's Grave overseas, the remake. I did like it, but I'll be the first to say it won't be for everyone. Some people might find it a bit slow. Some people might find it a little ridiculous, but like I said, it's quite a good premise, and the acting is pretty good. So if you have seen Long Weekend, let us know what you think. And that's it for Horror Down Under right now. I'll see you again soon.